Welcome back to the Force 9's YouTube channel, and we're back with Football Manager. And now I didn't intend to actually start this again until FM 2017 came out, but I thought you're not really going to have any exposure if you don't upload Football Manager. And you might know I've been playing Pokemon Yellow on the channel past sort of week or two, and I've actually lost subs. I don't know if that's because I'm playing Pokemon and people don't want to see it, or if it's because it's not FM. FM was never going to go away. It's just that I want to upload something a bit different and see what happened. It's had a few views, but that's all really. But I'm going to keep going with it because it's something that I want to play and upload. But we're going to keep going with FM alongside. And I was thinking about what I could do. Now, I did want to do some draft videos, but there wasn't really a lot of response. So what I'm going to do instead, I don't really have a save in mind, like a full save. What I'm going to do instead is do some challenges. So we're going to do the first one today. And so there are 7 challenges. Let's see what they are. So we've got the Saviour Cometh. Your team are embroiled in a relegation battle halfway through the season. Can you take the reins and guide them to safety? Injury crisis. Your team is swamped with injury problems, leading to most of your first team players being on the treatment table. Can you meet the board's expectations in the league? The Invincibles. You've gone on a long run without defeat. Can you cement your place in history by going the full season unbeaten? You can't win anything with kids. A batch of exceptional youth players has risen through the ranks and joined your first team. Can you claim silverware with a side built around this core of young homegrown talent? Your appointment as manager, this is unrest at home. Your appointment as manager has left some senior players unhappy. How will you handle the dressing room and the inevitable egos within? Can you avoid being sacked before the end of the season by matching the board's expectations? Top division underdog, your side will immediately be promoted to the top division in their country. How will you fare as massive underdogs? And financial storm, your club is in financial peril. Can you maintain competitiveness on the pitch while reducing the club's debt and wage bill off of it? So those are the 7 options. The first one we're going to play, I did a poll, again, didn't have a lot of response, but the one that was voted for most was the Invincibles, so that's the one we're going to play. Now this is a nice short one, so that's not too bad. As far as difficulty goes, I'm going to leave it on normal, because I haven't really done these a lot. I'm going to play with the winter update. There is also the main Football Manager version. It doesn't look like you can use custom databases on challenge mode, because I do have the F1 Wins Kids update, the most recent transfer update, but it doesn't look like you're allowed to use it in the challenges. But if you do know that, you can do that, then let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can do that for later challenges. But for this one, we're going to use the winter update. Another point, if I do sound a bit funny, like talk-wise, I've got a bit of a pain in my mouth, so it does affect the way I speak and the way and like sort of my eating and drinking is a bit more difficult. But we're going to go with this today. We're going to stay in England for these challenges. Just going to load up the Premier League because this is all it is, the Premier League. So we'll start with the Premier League and start the challenge in England. Now, one advantage of doing these challenge modes is it kind of uses the old FM Classic, which is similar to what FM Touch is at the moment. But the good thing about that, it doesn't take as long to load. It's much quicker. I say that as the game database is stuck at halfway. If we're going to create our manager, I'm going to call him Andy False 9. Not really my real name, real surname anyway. I'll go to the calendar to do the date of birth. That'd be easier, wouldn't it? Not long had my birthday actually, just about a couple of weeks ago. September 1990, the 4th. Set that. I'm not going to pick a favourite team or a formation. We'll just leave all that as it is. Let's go to our appearance. We're going to go with just the shirt and tie. Go for something like that for a shirt, and go for some sort of navy blue sort of trousers like that. That's more grey, but that's fine. Height about 175, I think, about 5'10". Weight I'll keep the same. Hairstyle, let's go for a nice short do. Go for a sort of brown hair. Face I'm not too worried about. We're not really going to see our manager very much apart from on the manager screen, which again I won't look at very much. So here we go. This is where we pick our team. So I've gone to the Premier League, and we're doing the Invincibles. So who better to pick than the team that actually achieved the unbeaten season in 2004, 2003, 2004, Arsenal. That's who we're going to pick for this. So first challenge is going to be with Arsenal. Arsenal appoint Force 9 as manager. Can Arsenal go this season unbeaten? Arsenal are yet to taste defeat this season, and the pressure is now firmly on manager Andy Force 9 to lead his team to the much vaunted unbeaten campaign. Can he pull it off, or will his side crumble with the pressure under the pressure with all eyes on them? So, of course, I chose Arsenal because Arsenal did actually achieve an unbeaten season. There's a few others that have done it. Porto did it a few years ago. Preston did it back in the old days of the Premier League when there were less games. But Arsenal did it, you know, they went unbeaten for, what was it, 49 games. And we're going to try and replicate that with this team. It's going to be a lot harder because, granted, this Arsenal team is very, very good, but it's not as good as the Invincibles. They've got some good like-for-like players, like Cech and Lehmann are very similar. They've got some great defenders. You know, you've got the likes of like Keown, can be sort of compared to Mertesacker, and yeah, there's a lot of comparisons. I'd say like Coquelin is a bit like a Gilberto sort of player, but I think this current team is missing the likes of like a Vieira and an Henry. I think it's almost there. It just needs, you know, those two players. It needs a Thierry Henry and it needs a Vieira. Giroud gets a lot of goals, but I'm sorry, I just don't rate Giroud. I mean, on this game he may well be very good, but we'll have to see. So we've got some emails. The Invincibles. Arsenal chairman Chips Keswick has welcomed you to Emirates Stadium and wishes you good luck with the task at hand. We've managed to go unbeaten so far in the league. We expect you to complete the remainder of the campaign without suffering a defeat and write a historic new chapter in the club's history. Arsenal can secure a spot in the preliminary stage of the Champions Cup if they manage to win against Stoke in their forthcoming fixture and results elsewhere go in their favour. So Arsenal take the hot seat, or Force 9 takes the Arsenal hot seat. Transfers update, so these are all the guys out on loan, so we don't need to worry about that. We can't make any transfers or anything. As you can see, we're in February, so there's no option to make any transfers. I'm not sure if you can do some free transfers, but I don't think I'll need to. Injury updates, we have a clean bill of health, that's good. And expectations are that we go the rest of the season unbeaten. So there's not going to be a game in this first episode. I'm just going to have a look at Arsenal's performance so far in the season, have a look at some of their players, and try and create a tactic, because I want to see what sort of thing they've been playing, and then I'm going to build my tactic around them. I've got a tactic in mind, but I want to see how Arsenal have been playing so far. So because this is an Invincibles challenge, there's no other competitions, so Arsenal have automatically been knocked out of all the other competitions. So as you can see, Champions League, they lost all 6 of their group games. Liverpool knocked them out of the Capital One Cup, and Blackburn knocked them out of the FA Cup. So this is solely focused on the Premier League. We can't filter just Premier League, so we'll have to have a look at how they've been doing. How many times have we dropped points actually? Let me have a look. So we've only dropped points in 4 games. We had a draw against our Spurs, Everton, Newcastle and Stoke. Haven't lost any games of course, because this is the Invincibles. So that's not too bad at all. I mean, let's have a look at some of our biggest wins. So we've had a couple of 4-0s, they're friendlies though. So we beat Southampton 4-0, 3-2 against Norwich, a few 3-1s there, some 3-0s, there's the draws against Spurs. Beat some of the bigger teams 2-0, United and Chelsea, Liverpool, where are Liverpool? We beat them 3-0 at home, and we've got the away. Oh, we haven't faced them away yet, that's going to be hard. So you've got some tough games coming up. We're hosting Spurs and United, we've got to travel to Chelsea yet. We've got to travel to Anfield, so there's some tough games coming up, and Leicester there as well. So let's have a look at the table. So we're top. Liverpool accommodate 5th at the moment on 45 points. We've got Spurs and West Ham, Everton, Leicester and Stoke round out the top 10 in the bottom half. Sunderland down bottom with 17 points. Villa and Swansea also in the relegation zone. And yeah, that's about it really. Norwich having a good season so far, 12th place, that's not too bad. So there's that. Community Shield, we also not got knocked out. Chelsea won that. So yeah, we're 10 points clear. The whole thing of this is try and go unbeaten for the rest of the season, and we'll see how we do. So the squad, I've got my own sort of thing set up. So let's have a look at some of the best performers of this season. We'll sort this by average rating. So let's have a look. So best performer so far, Mesut Ozil, 36 appearances, all starts, 10 goals, 9 assists. Not bad at all, and he's done very, very well. Ozil, I will likely play maybe on the left. He can play in the middle though, so an advanced playmaker definitely. I think he'll also play out on the left, but looks like he's been playing as a number 10. We'll have to see. Koscielny been very solid in defence, as has Mertesacker. Of course, they haven't lost any games, so you would expect that. Sanchez done very well as well, 17 goals and 5 assists. Ramsey with a great turnaround actually, 8 goals and 11 assists. That's very good. Monreal there, a bit of a fan favourite. I mean, I rate Gibbs, but I think Monreal just has the nod over him, so that'll be happening there. No goals and 4 assists. Cazorla's been a prominent player, 5 goals and 4 assists. Gnabry's had 1 start and got a couple of goals, and 1 off the bench as well. Ospina and Cech, very much balanced at the moment. Cech's been the main starter. Ospina's played a few games, but Check has done very well. Walcott's had a decent season. Had a few sub appearances, but he's in double figures for goals. Giroud only 7 goals. That's a bit of a well, I don't know if it's a surprise, but only 7 goals for Giroud. Hasn't actually played that much. Only 21 starts. He might have had an injury spell actually. Is there a way we can check that? He did suffer a hamstring injury, so he has been out for a little bit of. He has missed a bit of action. Let's have a look at some of the players that aren't really in good form at the moment. Arteta, Elneny, and Chambers. Well, these guys not really had a lot. Palista's played 25 games off the bench. That's pretty mad. Rain Adelaide is not very good. Who are some of the best players in this then? So there we are. Anyone in the reserves that's been played at all? Nate Lamar's is decent. Most of these guys are out on loan though. We've got Iwobi there. We could put him in the first team. He's a good player on that left. How do we do this? How do we put him in the first team? Move to senior squad. There we go. Anyone else here? Willock. Rosicki's there. I don't think I'll be playing Rosicki very much. He's 35. He's there if we need him though, so at least we know that. Have we got a tactic set up? No. How can we just check a tactic? Right, so if we want to see what tactics we're playing, if we have a look at their most recent game. Stats. So, right, who's played? So, back 4. No, they play 5 at the... Are they playing 5 at the back? It looks like they're playing like a 3... I don't know. Are they playing 5 at the back? Okay, so I've been looking around. It doesn't look like you can work out what sort of tactics have been played. So we're going to have to try and create a tactic. So this is what we're going to do. So we don't need to see the tactics creator. So right, so tactics. So this is likely what we're going to go with. I am just going to do that though. That's the only change I'm going to make to that. So let's have a look. So goalkeeper, of course, we're going to pick Petr Cech. Who else? Right back, it's got to be Bellerin. Centre backs, I would like, yeah, Mertesacker and Koscielny. Definitely be what I'd go with there. We've got Gabriel Palista as an option as well, but there you go. Now you see Monreal's decent. I think Gibbs would be better sort of as a wing back though. I think he'd do well to overlap. So he hasn't played as much though. Monreal's been done very good though, so we're going to have to keep that up. Defensive midfielder, it's going to be Coquelin. I mean, I don't know what Elneny is like in this game. I've never used him. And then Ramsey playing there. And then I'm thinking... Now you see Ox hasn't played very much. Walcott's done well actually, so it's going to have to be Theo. Ozil. Sanchez on the left. And... No, what we're going to do actually is put Sanchez up front. And... Wilshire's not played at all. Wilshire's not played. I'm trying to work out what we can do here. How much has Giroud actually played? Let me have a look. So he started 21 games. Right, so this is what we're going to do. We'll swap these round. That's it. Right, so Monreal, we're going to play him as a wing back on support. And same with Bellerin. They're fine as they are. Coquelin as the ball winner on support. Actually, no, defensive midfielder. Because otherwise he's going to get loads of yellow cards. Ramsey, roaming playmaker. Mesut Ozil, advanced playmaker. Sanchez as inside forward. Walcott as a winger. And Giroud as an advanced forward. So that's what we're going to play. I'll just do my bench. Wilshere and Welbeck haven't played at all. That's really strange. What's Iwobi like on the game? Let me have a look at his report. It was decent. What were his stats like? It was fairly decent. He's there if we want him. Joel Campbell won't be using role. We'll put Elneny on the bench. And Ox. And Cazorla. And well, we need a striker, don't we? Welbeck. So there we go. That's what we're going to play. I'm thinking control and fluids. Instructions. Right, so these instructions. I'm going to go with a high tempo. I'm going to play fairly narrow. Close down a bit more and prevent short distribution. Retain possession. Play out of defence. Definitely overlap. Work the ball into the box. I think that'll be it for now. I might add more or take off more off screen. But I think this would be sort of my main tactic, would be this right here, like a 4-2-3-1 with that Corkland just sitting a bit deeper. I think this is what we're going to go with. So yeah, this would be my main tactic, and then we've got, you know, all these players that could play. See, Wilshire's not played at all. Neither's Welbeck though, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. See, guys, like, so Flamini, if this was like a real save, I'd sell Flamini, I'd sell Joel Campbell. Arteta I'd keep around because I think, you know, he can still offer something, and he'd be good as like someone to tutor younger players, and he'll make for a good coach in future. So definitely Flamini and Campbell should be sold. Gibbs, I like Gibbs, but I think Monreal's better, and the fans like Monreal more. So I don't know how much game time Gibbs will get. And then you've got guys like Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think this is now or never for Ox. I think if he's going to perform, he needs to perform now. And the same with Walcott actually as well. So that's just if you're playing like a full Arsenal save, that would be what I'd say to do. But everything else I think is fine. But this is what we're going to go with. So I don't think there's anything else what I need to show you. So you see my tactic. So I think we'll leave it at this. You know, I've shown you the team, I've shown you the fixtures so far, and I've made a tactic. So I think this would be good for like an introductory one. So next episode we're going to play the first week. I'm going to play all of these games over this challenge because there's only 11. So next episode I'm going to play 3 games, and then everyone after that will be 2. And we'll end with Swansea and Leicester on the last one, and that'll be the challenge done. And I'll move on to the next one, and then we'll see how many we can do before the new game comes out. So I'm hoping to get maybe 3 or 4 of these done, and then we can maybe look at doing the other ones when the new game comes out. Do something along those lines. There might be some new ones added as well. I think they said that there were new challenges for those that pre-ordered it. I'm not sure if I read that right or not. But there you go. So that's going to do it for this little introductory video to the challenge. And next episode we're going to start off with some games. So hopefully you will enjoy those. I'm going to see what I can do with this. It's the first time I've done like a challenge on the channel, so it was quite interesting. I haven't done one for a while actually, like at all. I think the last one I did was maybe on 13. I'm not quite sure. But we're going to have a go with Arsenal and try and do the Invincibles one. And we're going to start off next episode with games against Stoke, West Ham and Man United. So we'll see what we can do. And that's going to be next episode. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Leave any comments you want to make, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit subscribe. And hopefully you enjoyed this new sort of thing as well, like sort of I've put music in the background. I'm experimenting with some different styles with these as well, because I want to try and do something a bit different. So that's just what's going to be happening with this one, and then the next challenge I might look at doing something else completely different. I'm just trying to trial a few different styles, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And my voice is going, that's not good. Okay, I think we're back. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Goodbye. My voice is breaking as well. Bye.